Hello and welcome to the show. I'm sorry there hasn't been any videos for a couple of days. I've been rather ill and yeah, I'm only just about feeling up to make a video. I may sound a bit dodgy in this one. If I do, I apologise, but I'm going to be doing a rally car build with a Mini Cooper. Yes, lots of people who wanted to see this built into a rally car. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a try. Now, I tend not to do front-wheel drive cars on this series. I don't think I have done a front-wheel drive car on this series yet. Because, for whatever reason, when you convert a front-wheel drive car to four-wheel drive, it completely ruins the handling. I've proved it before. It completely messes it up. But I'm going to give it a try with the Mini. I don't know what's going to happen. It's probably going to be damn hard to drive. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens. Who knows what could go terribly, terribly wrong. Right, so the rules for this series: the car must be four-wheel drive, which is what we're going to change it to now. It must have the rally suspension, it must have the rally tyres, and it must have the rally gearbox. I'm not sure what engines we can get in this. I'm hoping we can get something with enough power to get this up into S1 class. I do know that the Mini can be blooming fast in lower classes. I don't know how it'll do when we come to S1. It's going to largely depend on what engine we can get in and whether it's actually going to be controllable or not with this much power. Right, engine swaps. What can we get? 2-litre i4 or the 1.6 turbo rally. Now, I like the turbo rally engine. It's a great engine. The problem is that you can't really upgrade it particularly nicely. There's only a couple of restrictors you can take off it. I will see if I can get this to S1 class. This is a bit of a yeah, a slightly dodgy option. We want big old tires. I say big old tires, bigger tires that we can get on a Mini. Not exactly big tires. That's another reason why we could have problems. On the grip front, we've only got 205s on the rear. I mean, there's some tiny wheels on this car. We're putting 300 horsepower through the vehicle. Brakes, yes, we want brakes. We definitely want brakes on the on the Mini. Now, power-wise, what do we get? S1, there we go. 433 horsepower out of the Mini. That's quite a lot of power out of this car. Let's be honest, that's an awful lot of power. We can dump off some weight. Alright, okay, we can get it into the correct class. Now, can we stick on these and then dump off a fair bit of weight? That's what I'm hoping to do. I say a fair bit of weight. It's pretty damn light to begin with. Dump off this much. Okay, we're going to have ridiculously light. It could well be the lightest car. In fact, just looking at the list, I'm pretty sure this will be the lightest car. I think the Escort was pretty light as well. This should be the lightest car that we have here. Will we fit a roll cage in? Nope, that jumps the PI up. Okay, not going to fit a roll cage in the car. I'll stick one of these in, and we will get a driveline in for the final. Oh no, we won't get a driveline in. I lied, because it'll jump the PI up too high. Will we get... Are there any interesting aero parts for the car? No, not really. That adds the PI up too much, and that one there dumps the PI down. I may go with downforce on the rear of this car, just because I don't trust it. We'll go with that. And then we were going to add in the roll cage. I'm not sure I trust the... Oh, I can't add in the full-on roll cage. I'll add in that one, because I'm not sure I quite trust the Mini's chassis for this much power. Can I put that in? I bloody can't. God damn it. There we go. We'll stick a clutch in. Right. Mini is built. Has the turbo rally engine in, which I've never used before for a rally car build. It's a little bit more of a fiddly engine. It's a fantastic engine. I do like it. It's just normally a bit funny with the PI, but it works for this car, which I'll take. Power is stupendous. Huge power to weight ratio in this car. My fear is, though, that we are going to slide and there is going to be no grip. And it could be quite terrible. If this car has grip, it could well go one of the fastest we've had. If it doesn't have grip, it'll probably be at the bottom. That's what I expect from it, because it doesn't weigh very much at all. It has a tiny wheelbase. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult to drive. Well, I will have 5 laps at the Forest Brawl circuit to set as fast a time as possible. Our current leader is a TVR Sagaris, which you would never have guessed. So maybe the Mini will throw up a surprise, or maybe it will join the other Mini that's already been, the monster off-road one that is at the very bottom of our table. Who knows what this thing is going to do? Right, gear ratios are incredibly short. Okay, the gear ratios are slightly broken on the Mini. Like absolutely, completely and utterly broken. I'm sorry, I normally don't tune the cars, but this is pointless. If we're topping out at 100, there is no point in doing that. That's stupidly short gear ratios. Okay, we'll just have to sit through a loading screen while I go and fix these. I've never had... I guess it shortens the ratios of the standard car, and because the Mini is incredibly slow to start with, it's shortened what were the Mini's gear ratios? Possibly? I don't know. That seems very odd. It doesn't normally do that to a car. Gearing. Right. Yeah, 111 miles an hour. No, we need to go a lot faster than that car. We need to do at least 100. We need to be possible to do at least 100. There we go. That's a more sensible gear ratio for the Mini. Stupid bloody car. Right, we'll try again. Maybe this time it'll work. Right, never had that problem before with a car in this series. I mean, even things like the Subaru Brat that standard wouldn't be particularly quick. Even that gearbox was fine when you stuck in the rally one. So, yeah, a little bit odd from the Mini. Right, we'll try again. I'm not filled with confidence after that first corner either, as it just tipped in sideways and there was no grip. I think we could have a fight on our hands to get a quick lap time out of the Mini. Right, we have a more sensible gear ratio. That's much better. There we go. Yeah, that's much more like it. Okay. How are we doing through turn 1? Ooh, trees, lots of trees. Ooh, we got lost slightly. It's fine. There's only a small bit of getting lost involved here. Okay. Yeah, grip. There is none. Just absolutely none of the rear end grip in this car. Ooh, we're going out towards the wall. It does kind of remind me of the Subaru Brat a little bit. There is no rear end grip. Ooh, I tried to be flat out through there. Ow! A tree. Hello, tree. This is not not an easy car to drive at all. It has, I think, perhaps a little bit more grip than the Brat. I was kind of contemplating that corner flat out. It kind of felt as if it might just about do it. Maybe after a couple of laps, I've got the hang of it. We've got a little bit warmer tyres, perhaps. We may wander very wide through there. We may get some grip out of this car. The tyres are just too tiny, I think. It's certainly not helping it. And the power to weight ratio is monstrous. Ooh, we fly very back down over these jumps as well. That's kind of scary. We'll just look at the sky, shall we? Woo! I am really worried about doing a backflip. That's not what you want from a car. I think this thing could be incredibly fast if we can get it all under control. Like, if I can stop it sliding, and if I can hopefully get it to land a jump properly, I don't think there's very much I can do about that. Maybe it would be quick. I mean, it's going to have phenomenal acceleration because it is so light and it is four-wheel drive. There we go. We're a bit neater through there. I think we're just going to lose too much time, just having to be careful. Ooh, you get chucked about a little bit. You do get thrown about by the bumps, just a little bit. This car, there we go. It's getting bounced around like mad. I'm having all sorts of problems keeping this car under control. Brakes are pretty good. Brakes are not too bad, as you would kind of expect from a car that weighs this little. It gets stopped in a hurry. Now this is where it's scary. I am waiting for it to flip over backwards. Ooh, no, I can't do very much about it when it's in the air. Slamming on the brakes isn't going to really... It doesn't really work. This jump here is actually the more terrifying one. Look at that. There's a monster of a wheelie going on from the Mini. Right, that's turned into the first corner a bit better. Yeah, I just can't carry the speed down here. We're ahead of the ghost time at the moment, which is quite impressive from this. I'm just not sure I can keep it together for the entire lap at that sort of speed. Also, that corner there we don't like. Ooh, and then we're going back down again. We're going to get the oversteer moment through here, just about keep it under control. There is lots of movement of the steering wheel going on. It's quite a frantic car. It is quite frantic trying to keep the Mini on the road. Right, we're still getting bounced, we're still out a little bit wide here. Right, slow it down for this corner. There we go. Ooh, we're running towards the trees, that's not good. Also thinking it's perhaps picking up a little bit It's all going a little bit on three wheels. It certainly feels like around a couple of these corners the front end is going a little bit light. Oh, just look at the sky, fire. We're losing quite a lot of momentum on the landing of these jumps. That's going to be costing us in time. 1 minute 3.1 from the Mini. Yeah, we're losing a fair bit of time. Just pointing up at the sky. Got a couple more laps to go with this car. Ugh, stop sliding, please. Please give me some grip. Maybe I could put those, like the 305 tyres on this car. It would look stupid, but it might actually work, because it is... Ugh, there's a tree there. Jeez. Okay, yeah, you just can't drive it. You can't drive it as hard as some of the other cars. It's just not got the grip. It has the acceleration. It has excellent acceleration. But you try and carry the corner speed, and it all goes horribly wrong. Yeah, I can't take that line. Ooh, that was a bit close. That was very close to a tree there. Right, one more lap for the Mini to come good. Gonna have to be careful with it. We're all over the place through there. Look at that, it's a huge slide from the Mini. Yeah, it is not a particularly controllable car. Right, here we go. On to the start-finish straight. Take out some barrels, why don't you? It's too twitchy. It's too short of a wheelbase in this car. It's kind of what I feared with it, really. Oh, it does not fly nicely at all either. It's just too twitchy. It lacks the grip. Oh, God. Don't do that when I'm coming up towards the first corner. Luckily, we do have good brakes to stop it when it does go all wrong. There's some bushes, or what were bushes. I've now run all of them over. It's... it's just crazy. It really is. I'm still terrified we're going to do a backflip at some point. We're losing it through here. There's just no grip. There's no grip in the Mini. Oh, we're out wide. We're going to... Okay, we can fly quite nicely over that bit of the jump. We hug the inside. We've got to be careful of the bumps. Oh, no, bumps again. Bumps are killing it. It's too short wheelbase. It's too... perhaps even a bit too lightweight. It just gets thrown around far too much. Doesn't have the grip, but is incredibly twitchy. It has phenomenal acceleration, but that's not going to be enough to overcome the twitchy lack of grip that we have going on here. Right, on to the finish straight now. I don't think we're going to go quicker this lap. I would think it highly unlikely. Oh, good God, can we please point at the ground? There's a tree there. 1 minute 3.1 is actually better than I thought we could end up with this car. That puts it just a tiny bit... In fact, actually, no, that is identical time to the Metro 6R4. There we go. Identical time between a Mini and a Metro 6R4. The Metro was quite a twitchy car as well. This is a lot harder to drive. The Mini is not an easy vehicle to drive at all. It has no grip, it has a lot of oversteer, it is very twitchy. When it does start sliding, it flies over the jumps terrifyingly. It didn't actually flip over at any point, and it's kind of a bit better to be going back down than front down, because you can kind of bounce off the rear bumper, whereas if you go front down, you're more likely to front flip. It's very hard to get the car to back flip. But yeah, it flies over the jumps very badly. It doesn't like any bumps whatsoever because it chucks the car around. But it does have phenomenal acceleration and decent brakes. So that's why it kind of gets away with an okay time. Well, I say an okay time. It's down towards the bottom of the table, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Yeah, the Mini is, shall we say, rather scary to drive as a rally vehicle. Certainly won't be my S1 car of choice. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.